You talk about excellent first rounds by these four guys. Craig Moore, Jack McClinton, Eric Kangas, and Jimmy Barron, who had 25 in the first round, and I don't ever remember that many in round one. And his whole family's with Aaron Andrews right now.
We're a family show here, Brad Nessler, at this slam dunk three-point challenge. And of course, Jimmy's father, the head coach of Rhode Island, and he shared with us things are a little less stressful between the two of you right now that the season is over. But 25 threes, what did you think of that?
It's tremendous. He's really worked hard, and it's really exciting for him to be at the Final Four, also with his brother Billy and his mother Cindy. And this is just tremendous for our program as well, because Jimmy works so hard, not only on the court, but he's a 3-6 in the classroom.
He mentioned to us you are the one that taught him how to shoot, but he also shared the fact that he likes to shoot in the dark. What do you think of that?
It's unbelievable. He really practices, and so does Billy, shooting the basketball in the dark. And again, I'm just really excited for him, and Cindy, and as well as Billy, and it's just a tremendous feeling for him to be here and represent University of Rhode Island and the state of Rhode Island.
We're happy all you guys could be here. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
See how he does the rest of the way. Brad, back to you.
Mom looked a little nervous, more nervous than Jimmy. Craig Moore is going to be first up in the semifinalist round. 19 in round one for Craig. He said his dad and uncle are the two that helped create his shots.
He began working on his game way back. CYO level, fellas. St. Andrews in Newtown, Pennsylvania, as a third, fourth grader. A little diminutive guard at the time that had an excellent stroke, Jimmy.
Only made 2 on that first rack, so you cannot be first rack sensitive right now if you're Craig Moore. You have to flush it out of your system and get onto those next shots.
It only took to the semifinals to get to first rack sensitive.
Always a key.
Yeah, it always is.
Second rack sensitive, very critical as well, if you want to have success.
Right now, the money balls are keeping him in this thing because he's just plain rack sensitive, if you ask me. Now he's warming up a little bit on the wing.
He went a little quick in the opening round, and when you want to average about 1 attempt every 2.5 seconds, maybe a little quick with his pace, is Craig Moore.
Money ball could be big. So only 13 for Craig in the second round.
Brad, he had 10 seconds to go. I think he got a little bit rushed. Your pacing is so important in this three-point competition.
We want to plant those feet, get squared, make sure the feet and shoulders are squared to the basket, as well as the key follow-through. But the shot starts from the floor.
Only had 1 on that second rack, and only 2 at the end. Jack McClinton, who, as Jimmy mentioned earlier, some of his best scoring of his senior season in the ACC was against some of the best competition in the country.
You know, yesterday when all the competitors were here, and look at those numbers that he put up against those ranked opponents, averaged right at 30 points a game against high-quality teams. Didn't have a lot of help in the backcourt either. He was kind of a one-man scoring arsenal at times from IM.
He tees the ball up in his shooting pocket very efficiently and quickly. Has to make sure he gets the flexion in the knees so he gets the lift on the shot. At times a little flat. You see there the back rim. Money ball's down though.
Second rack for Jack. 2-time first-team All-ACC performer.
Brad, it's really not normal at all where those shooters have to take the basketball from and bring it up.
Right.
They have to get it off the rack and get it to the shot pocket first before they go up. They don't want to shoot, taking it right from the rack right up to their release point.
And almost to a man or a lady. When we talked about shooting out of the rack, if they did have any time to practice, most schools only have about 1 rack, so they don't have 5 of them. They have to move around a little bit.
We see he's been flat. There he's getting better lift on the last 2, but got that tortilla or pancake flat. He's got to get it up in the air. Much better here down the stretch.
There's 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Money time for Jack. A great final rack out of the baseline, but will it be enough?
Much better here down the stretch.
There's 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Money time for Jack. A great final rack out of the baseline, but will it be enough?
He was not a guy all season long that really exploded into his jump shot. So that's kind of his normal release. Maybe he has tapered it down just a little bit, but only about 2 or 3 inches of lift into his shot. That time he actually steps over the line, but again, I think this guy's going to be a terrific NBA player. Has a sweet, sweet stroke.
So Jack's numbers not as good, obviously, in the second round as the first. He goes from 22 down to 15. Well, the local fan club for a guy out of DeWitt, Michigan, which is about 10 minutes north of Lansing. Born in Lansing, played for Oakland, and of course the Michigan State team who he'll be cheering for. He said, I can be a fan now. They'll be bussing over from Lansing to take part in the Final Four this weekend. Here goes Eric Kangas, 6'3", almost 4 threes a game this season.
A new Summit League record this year with 135 made threes in a single season. Lav, what I like about him, talking to him yesterday, I said, are you a self-critic of your own shot? He said, yes, sir, I am. I can tell you, when I get into a bad groove, I know exactly what's wrong with my shot.
Well, he gets the best arch of any shooter to this point. Sends it up to the clouds. That high release that we were talking about earlier, so critical. But you get the flexion in the knees, and he is on fire.
Perfect from the top of the key, and now Kangas goes to the wing, and the crowd is rising with him. Oh, boy. Kangas has got it working. Ripped out the money ball. Last rack. He's got a smile on his face already.
He's got a chance for a big number. Wow. The last rack just defended him right in his grill.
But how about the top of the key? That's when he got the crowd right in his pouch, if you will, if you want to nickname him.
That's good.
Kangas, yeah.
Oh, a good rhythm here. And the excellent lift. Got the little bunny bounce. Torching from all angles. This is tickling the twine, fellas.
Let's check in with the A.
All right, well, Eric Kangas joining me right now. You actually played 2 games here, right, in college. How much has that helped you tonight?
Well, I think it's a little bit of a comfort factor. Let me catch my breath there. Yeah, it's a little bit of a comfort factor. I've shot in these rooms before. We played 2 games and 1 game last year, too.
As you're trying to catch your breath right now, give us a feeling. How tiring is this?
Well, I don't do more of a jump shot. These guys that are doing the jump shots probably get real tired around the 4th or 5th rack, but it's still tiring for me, too.
Well, you got all these fans in this house supporting you, so we'll see you the next round.
I'll do my best.
All right, Brad.
Well, he did pretty darn good, 23 and then a 19. And Jimmy Barron, who had the best first round with 25. We talked to his coach. We saw his brother and his mom. How about taking you back to November when he was... And in the second half, it turned into the Jimmy Barron personal shoot-around. 7 threes en route to a game-high 24 points. Closed out his playing career by setting the Rhode Island A-10 career mark of 361. We saw what he could do in the first round. Can he keep that kind of pace going? We're about ready to find out. Here's Jimmy Dyke's favorite, Jimmy Barron.
Brad, he's really a very smart kid. You heard his dad talking about him academically. He's a 2009 ESPN The Magazine. Today, I will purposely lower my lift in this competition to make sure I have my leg strength on that final rack.
Slow start, only 1 on the first rack and still having trouble. Oh, he's going to really have to pick the pace up. Money ball would be big, and he got it. Remember, the money ball's worth 2. The regular ball's worth 1 each. Somebody better give him a little help on the ball because he didn't have one, and I don't think he got that one away. They put it back in the rack. He might have to clean his plate right here, guys, to continue on.
He only shot 4 balls up top. He left one on the rack. He needs a hot streak right now to hang in this competition.
Now he's got to hit everything. Not going to make it. Nope. The tie. Oh, it's a tie. Remember, the tiebreaker